Emergency Services Show 2025. I'm joined here by Sarah Snyder-Kamen, who's Head of Operations at Tiger's Eye. Sarah, welcome to you.
Hi Claire,
Thanks for joining us. Just first off, by introducing yourself and also your company.
Absolutely. My name is Sarah Snyder-Kamen. I'm the Head of Operations for Tiger's Eye. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran, and I'm really happy to be here today.
So you're sitting with a sports bra on the table in front of you. Just tell us a little bit about why this is special.
Absolutely. So unlike other sports bras on the market that are made for 1 to 2 hours in the gym and then you're calling it a day and you're ripping that thing off as quick as you can, our bras are made specially for women in the military, women who are on long shift work that need something that is a balance of comfort and support that is going to get them through their day without having to think about their breasts for a second.
And it's something that you felt you needed, I suppose, back in the military.
Absolutely. I spent 9 years in the United States Marine Corps. I was a military police officer. I suffered from all kinds of back, breast, shoulder issues. I actually ended up getting medically retired due to some of those issues. I've had a breast reduction myself, and most recently I actually had a disc replacement in my spine due to nerve impingement and damage. So having a bra that encapsulates everything I wish I had had while I was serving, all of my heart and soul has gone into this bra.
Absolutely. And why is it that Tiger's Eye has decided to come to exhibit here at the Emergency Services Show?
The women population in these services is so underrepresented to begin with, let alone thinking that a bra is something that's just a fashion accessory or just underwear. It is as essential to a women's kit as their boots or their body armor is.
What kind of response have you had here so far?
Phenomenal. No one was thinking, oh, I'm going to see sports bras at an emergency services show, and then they think about it and they're like, oh yeah, it would be great if my breasts weren't an issue every single day I was at work.
Wow, okay. So just tell us, you told us a little bit of an overview, but how does this bra actually solve real problems faced by emergency services workers?
So these are women in careers that you go from 0 to 100 in seconds. It could be at a desk and then you're on a foot patrol or you're trying to save someone's life. So every feature in this bra is built to support them throughout the day. So we've got widened and padded shoulder straps that don't pinch in if you're wearing any kind of pack, vest, anything like that. We have internal silicone grips. These keep your breasts in the cups, so when you go left, your breasts go with you, as opposed to sometimes going the other direction. The entire bra is antibacterial, so if you're a firefighter, if you're in the police force and you're doing 12, 24, 48-hour shifts, you don't have to worry about it being smelly or stinky. You don't have to worry about any kind of skin reaction or eczema issues. It's always ready to go. You never have to think, is my bra clean? Do I have something for the day?
What kind of conversations have you had with some of the people who've come to your store?
I think the biggest thing is the lack of education in breast health. Unfortunately, it's not a big part of education growing up. So you have women that are wearing sometimes double bras that can cause so many health issues, not to mention performance reducing problems. So when you don't have an accurate and good bra, you're dealing with stride reduction, you're dealing with increased breast movement, back, neck, shoulder pain. All of these things can lead to migraines, numbness, finger and nerve impingement. The problems with bras is if the other half of the population had them, this would have been solved 1,000 years ago.
Right. So are there specific conversations that you can bring to mind, like, for example, a firefighter or a police officer, somebody who feels that this in their role would make a real difference?
Absolutely. So we've had several women come to us. We've had police and fire that come, and one particular woman, she's actually ended up buying 4 of our bras after trying it for the first time. And she said, so she works for the Met Police, and she said that it's the only bra she'll wear now because she does desk work. She'll also go and do foot patrols. She's an immediate response individual. So not having to think about your breasts and getting out of the equation during the day is phenomenal.
Do you think it's something that women were embarrassed to talk about before?
100%. I think this, similar to the topic of menstruation, it's all been kind of taboo in the past. But as women are entering these male-dominated quotation mark areas, they need to be spoken about more. This needs to be a part of a woman's kit. It's not a fashion accessory. It is as important as their body armor, as their boots.
Because underwear obviously is bought by the individual, I imagine, rather than by the service. Is that something you'd like to see change?
Absolutely. So the Army and the UK Army and the UK Navy are doing a reimbursement program for sports bras. However, if the bras we're still buying are inadequate, it doesn't matter how much money you throw at the problem if you're not addressing the root cause, which is the bra itself. So a lot of companies out there, they're making these, generic whatever sports bras that are fine if you're in the gym for an hour or two. But for women that are putting their lives on the line and giving everything to their community and the country, not providing them with the gear that they need, it's sad.
Well, and it means that they might have to retire early, as you had to yourself.
Early or injured. The UK Army wants to expand to 30% female service by 2030, but how are you going to do that if you're not providing the gear these women need to actually have a career?
So obviously you come from a service background, but these are, you're saying, for frontline workers in any kind of emergency services job, is that right?
Absolutely. So our bra, this original design, is for the military. We are on the front lines in Ukraine right now. We work with a charity out there called Veteranka, and we're supplying these bras to women on the front lines. So these are combat medics that are out there, dodging fire days, weeks on end, giving them the gear that they need to do their job effectively. We've had a great response from them saying, finally, I don't have to think about my breasts while I'm doing X, Y, and Z.
Why is it relevant, though, to frontline workers who might be here at the show?
This bra translates beautifully into that community. These are all women that are doing long shifts. They're on their feet for days, hours at a time. They're wearing gear. They're wearing second chance vests. They're wearing heavy packs. EMTs running around with these heavy bags. They don't need their bras impinging into their shoulders and causing problems that stops them from working.
So this is your first time here at the show. You said it's been a great success. You've had some great conversations. What would you say to other companies, other organizations thinking about exhibiting here?
Absolutely come. It's not just that our stall has a lot of people coming to it that want to talk to us. Being able to go out and make these incredible contacts with all these other services, really bringing light to women's issues in the service as women grow more in this population.
Do you think you'll be back here next year?
I absolutely hope so.
So obviously you were here yesterday and had lots of great conversations. Give us some examples of those conversations, some testimonies of people who really felt that this bra would make a difference to them.
We've had a lot of women come through yesterday. One that comes to mind is a lifeguard, actually. So they've just been on the beach in their bikinis for all these years, trying to go into the water, create these situations where they're saving these lives in a bikini. How does that kind of go hand in hand? So while our bra is great in water, what we'd love to do with them, and we've had this conversation, is work to create a sports bra specific for lifeguards. So something that is much better in water, something that dries quickly and would be really great functional for them.
So you talked about that just in terms of developing a more waterproof bra, or one that's more comfortable to wear in the water. What other ideas are you looking into?
So we're going to be doing a study next month in collaboration with the Hampshire Police, the Met Police, and the University of Portsmouth into sports bra integration with their vests. So there's been a lot of studies that have come out that said regular bras, underwire bras, horrible in these vests. We've had women that have been impaled by their underwire because their vests are too tight or ill-fitted. So creating a bra that works specifically for the police to integrate with their vests.
So the Met Police is involved. Do you think you'll be looking at other forces as well?
Absolutely. So we are in talks with the UK Army. We would love to talk to the Navy, expanding to all the individual services. So while our bra is absolutely phenomenal for women in the military, we would love to move eventually into the bespoke service-specific bras. We know fire requires different things, police require different things. Every branch needs its own nuanced features.
So would you say this is fairly sort of scientific bra, if you like? Is that
absolutely? We call it a bra that's backed by science.
Right.
Worked very, very closely with the research group of Breast Health. I'm just going to keep plugging them because they need all the love they can get. So worked 2 years in research and development to bring this bra to life. We weren't going to bring something out just to check a box and say, oh, we've made a bra. No, we are bringing out gear. We're bringing out essential equipment with only the experts in their fields, working with veterans like myself to make sure that the features integrated into this bra do what they're supposed to do and act in a way that actually supports the woman in the individual.
Thank you so much for your time, Sarah. I think we'll leave it there. We hope to see you next year at next year's show. Bigger, bolder, with even more patterns on the bras.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.